Welcome back. All right, so we are in part two of a new series on machine vision or object recognition, and I realized that people don't come into this series from video one, so you might get confused. This bottom screen here, while it looks like the live feed, it is not the live feed. The live feed video element is actually hidden. Okay, but what this is, and you can tell because of the visual noise you can see there, this is a difference between the live feed and this background. But since I have not snapped an image, an instance in time of the background, it's 100% difference. And so it appears to be the live feed. However, if I snap a background image, now what you're seeing there is because the camera probably has a slight bit of shaking. Okay. So now because I have a background image snapped, the difference is minimal. And so if I pass something in front of the camera, only the exact difference should show. Let me snap another background here. I don't know why the camera's moving. Oh, I think because it's touching the table, the stand is. But anyway, see? So it isolates my finger from the background. So if I clear the background, then we have another 100% difference and we get the full equivalent of the live feed. If I do this and snap a new one, then that's the difference. And why is the difference that way? Because, well, the live feed does no longer have the razor in the field of view, but the background does. You can see it here. So the difference is where the razor used to be. And if I could just do that well enough, it would disappear. Now, I have not written any code. It's all just been asking Google Gemini for what I want. So if you go back into the series about the webcam and find this file, you can do a difference between that one and the first part of this new series and see the difference in the code. You can also compare this one to what I just showed you and see the difference in the code. All right, so the next thing to do is to actually bring in the machine learning model that we used in the voice recognition project and see if it will work with this project so we can start identifying objects. I have added background here at the bottom. And the reason is, just like if you saw the voice recognition series, you need a garbage output so that you don't get false positives. In other words, anything that is not an object that is to be recognized, it goes here, and which should be the background in this case, right? That should make sense. If there's no object passing in front of the field of view, then what the camera is staring at is the background. Again, if you saw the Guess the Image series or the voice recognition series, one thing they had in common is whether I was plopping in an image from online or if I was saying something. Those were two events that had a start and a stop to them. And then I would hit like a guess button or a freeze button, and the model would predict, and then I would click the correct button to tell it, nope, it was this one, right? That's a little different here because we're talking about a live moving object. So I think what we have to do in this project is I'm going to click one of these buttons and it'll stay depressed. And it's a way of telling the model, for now, whatever you see coming in here is that object, and just start snapping frames and training. So the training won't be predicting so much as training, and it's ongoing until I clear the button. That's kind of the idea that I have, and I understand that it's training it, heavily skewed toward one thing at a time, but I think eventually it should work itself out once all are trained.